Let's talk about growing food with minimal effort. If you've ever dreamed of harvesting baskets of fresh produce without spending hours weeding, watering, and fussing over your plants, you're in the right place. Gardening doesn't have to be a full-time job, and you don't need a green thumb to succeed. There's a world of plants that thrive on neglect. No perfect soil, no constant watering. These plants are nature's answer to the busy gardener, flourishing even when you forget about them for weeks at a time. These are the survivors of the plant kingdom, perennials. Unlike annuals that need to be replanted every year, perennials settle in and get stronger with time, often outcompeting weeds and adapting to your local climate. Plant them once, and they return year after year, feeding you with almost no work. Imagine the satisfaction of seeing your garden come back to life each spring, all on its own. They shrug off drought, heat, and forgetful gardeners. These tough plants are built to survive, even when the weather turns harsh or you're too busy to tend to them. Imagine picking dinner from a plant you haven't touched in months. It's like having a secret stash of food that keeps on giving, no matter how hectic life gets. These aren't your usual veggies. They're packed with nutrition and flavor, and many you've never heard of. Some are ancient crops, once staples in traditional diets, now making a comeback for their resilience and health benefits. From potato-like roots to spinach substitutes, these plants offer a dependable harvest. They're perfect for anyone who wants to eat well without constant effort. We'll explore 15 of these low-effort, high-yield crops. Each one is chosen for its ability to thrive with little care and still provide a bountiful harvest. I'll show you what they are, why they're tough, and how to eat them. You'll discover new favorites and learn how to make the most of your garden space. This is for beginners, busy folks, and anyone who wants food security without the sweat. Whether you have a tiny yard or just a few pots, you can grow more than you think. Let the plants do the heavy lifting for a change. Embrace the lazy gardener's way, and watch abundance unfold with less work than you ever imagined. Let's dig in. First up, let's talk about sunchokes, also known as Jerusalem artichokes, though they're neither from Jerusalem nor true artichokes. These quirky sunflower relatives produce knobby, lumpy tubers that thrive in poor, neglected soil and need almost no care at all. They're the definition of a low-maintenance crop. In fact, they're so vigorous and persistent, your biggest challenge might be keeping them from taking over the whole garden. Once established, they'll spread enthusiastically, returning year after year. The best part? You can leave the tubers in the ground all winter long, digging them up as you need them. They store themselves, saving you time and effort. Sunchokes are incredibly versatile in the kitchen. Eat them roasted for a caramelized, nutty flavor, mash them like potatoes, or slice them raw into salads for a sweet, crisp crunch. They're loaded with iron, potassium, and prebiotic fiber. Just a word of caution, start with small portions. Sunchokes are affectionately nicknamed fartichokes for their tendency to cause digestive fireworks, especially if you're new to them. Next up, meet scorzonera, also called black salsify, a lesser-known but equally rewarding root vegetable. This slender root has a striking black skin and creamy white flesh inside. Its flavor is mild, slightly sweet, and nutty. Some say it's reminiscent of oysters or artichokes. Plant scorzonera once, and you can harvest its roots all winter long. In fact, the colder it gets, the sweeter and more tender the roots become, making them a true winter delicacy. If you forget a few roots in the ground, don't worry, they'll reward you in spring with tender, edible shoots that taste a bit like asparagus. It's a bonus harvest from the same plant. With scorzonera, you get two delicious foods from one plant, and it's perfectly happy to be left alone, thriving with minimal attention. Both sunchokes and scorzonera are true underground treasures, crops that reward you for doing less, not more. They're ideal for gardeners who want big returns with little effort. These gourmet, resilient vegetables are perfect for the laid-back or busy gardener. They'll thrive even if you forget about them for weeks at a time. Just give them a patch of ground, and they'll do the rest. With minimal effort, you'll enjoy a maximum harvest. Underground abundance, no sweat, and a taste of nature's generosity. Ever seen a plant that walks? Meet the walking onion, a quirky perennial that's as fascinating as it is useful. This plant gets its name from the way it spreads, almost as if it's taking a stroll through your garden, one step at a time. It grows clusters of tiny onions, called bulbils, right on top of its stalks. As these bulbils get heavier, the stalks bend down to the ground, allowing the bulbils to root and start new plants. Over time, the walking onion walks across your garden bed, creating a living, edible carpet. Every part of the walking onion is edible. Dig up the underground bulbs for a mild, oniony flavor, snip the greens for salads or stir-fries, and try the spicy bulbils for a zesty kick. It's a plant that keeps on giving season after season. Hardy and self-sufficient, walking onions shrug off harsh winters and thrive even in rocky or poor soil. They're perfect for gardeners who want reliable crops with minimal fuss. Once established, they flourish year after year, multiplying with little effort. It's the onion that never quits, always ready to bounce back and keep growing. Now let's go vertical with Malabar spinach, a vining green that brings a tropical flair to your garden beds and trellises. Malabar spinach isn't a true spinach, but it's a heat-loving vine that thrives when regular spinach wilts in the summer sun. Its glossy, succulent leaves stay lush even in the hottest weather. It quickly covers trellises, fences, or arbors, creating a living green wall that's both beautiful and productive. The thick, shiny leaves are packed with nutrients and add a unique texture to your meals. Pick the leaves young and tender for a crisp, refreshing crunch in salads or sandwiches, or toss them into soups and stir-fries, where they act as a natural thickener, giving dishes a silky texture. In warm climates, Malabar spinach self-seeds easily, popping up year after year with little intervention. It's a true set-and-forget crop for busy gardeners. Both walking onions and Malabar spinach are beautiful, productive, and nearly maintenance-free. They add color, texture, and flavor to your garden and your plate. These two crops multiply themselves, ensuring your kitchen is always stocked with fresh, homegrown greens and onions, no matter the season. Plant them once, and you'll enjoy harvests for years to come. They're the ultimate in low-maintenance, high-reward gardening. Perfect for the gardener who'd rather relax and enjoy the view than spend hours replanting and fussing over crops. Let your garden do the walking and the growing while you reap the rewards of these remarkable self-sustaining plants. Meet amaranth, the ancient grain and super green. It thrives in heat and drought, giving you spinach-like leaves all summer. In fall, it produces thousands of tiny protein-rich seeds. Cook them like quinoa or grind into flour. One plant, endless food. Now look for purslane, a weed that's actually a nutrition powerhouse. It loves hot, dry spots and grows without help. Purslane is loaded with vitamins and omega-3s, more than most fish. Eat the crunchy, lemony stems and leaves raw or pickled. It spreads fast, so you'll never run out. Amaranth and purslane are the ultimate lazy crops, tough, nutritious, and self-sowing. Stop fighting weeds, start eating them. These plants turn neglect into abundance. Grow them for a garden that feeds you with almost no effort. Ancient wisdom, modern convenience. That's smart gardening. Want a sweet treat that grows itself? Try ground cherries. These fruits drop to the ground when ripe, wrapped in a natural husk. They store for weeks on your counter. No fridge needed. Their flavor is a tropical mix of pineapple and vanilla. Eat them fresh, or turn them into jams and pies. Ground cherries self-seed, so plant once and enjoy for years. Now, the daylily, a common flower with a secret. Nearly every part is edible. Spring shoots, flower buds, blossoms, and even the roots. Stir-fry the buds, toss flowers in salads, or cook the tubers like mini potatoes. Daylilies thrive on neglect and multiply fast. You get beauty and food from one plant. 2-for-1 effortless harvest. Stunning garden. That's the lazy gardener's dream. Love kale. Try perennial kale. Plant once, harvest for years. These tough shrub-like greens survive heat, cold, and pests. Pick leaves year-round for salads, soups, or chips. It's a living grocery store in your backyard. Next, Turkish rocket, a spicy, arugula-like perennial. It's one of the first greens up in spring and thrives in poor soil. Harvest leaves all season. Later, eat the broccoli-like flower buds and even the blossoms. Both plants are resilient, productive, and need almost no care. Cut what you need, and they bounce back. Perennial kale and Turkish rocket. Endless greens, zero hassle. For spicy or mild, these perennials deliver. Grow them for a steady supply of fresh food. Low effort, high reward. Meet Good King Henry, a perennial with 3 harvests in one. In spring, cut the shoots like asparagus. Later, pick the leaves as a spinach substitute. In summer, harvest the broccoli-like flower buds. It thrives in shade, shrugs off drought, and returns every year. Next, like sea kale, a Gowrie coastal survivor, and it grows in poor sandy soil and can live for decades. In spring, blanch the shoots for a nutty, asparagus-like treat. Later, eat the young leaves and flower buds. And sea kale is pest-free, beautiful, and nearly maintenance-free. Both plants offer gourmet harvests with almost no work. 3 vegetables from one plant? That's efficiency. Good King Henry and sea kale, perennial powerhouses for the lazy gardener. Plant once, feast for years. Let's go to the Andes for oca and mashua, colorful, unusual tubers. Oca comes in vibrant shades and isn't bothered by potato pests. Eat it raw for a tangy crunch or cook for a sweet, nutty flavor. The leaves are edible too, with a pleasant sourness. Oca stores well and keeps you fed through winter. Mashua is a pest-repelling powerhouse. Its spicy tubers mellow to creamy when cooked, and the leaves and flowers are edible. Plant it to protect other crops and enjoy a high-calorie, low-effort harvest. Both thrive in cool climates and poor soil. They store for months, making them perfect survival foods. Oca and mashua, unique, beautiful, and self-sufficient. Add them for a resilient, colorful garden. There you have it, 15 plants that make gardening easy. These perennials thrive on neglect, returning year after year with food for your table. They turn forgotten corners into productive, beautiful spaces. The real gift is food security, knowing you can always harvest something no matter what. These plants build healthy soil, feed pollinators, and feed you with almost no work. You don't need to be an expert or have a huge yard. Start with 1 or 2, maybe ground cherries or perennial kale. Plant them, and let nature do the rest. You'll be amazed at how much you can harvest with so little effort. This is smart, sustainable gardening. These plants are the ultimate life hack for eating well. Get your hands a little dirty, plant for the future, and enjoy the effortless harvest. The rewards are delicious and easy.